Jackson's for all y'all. What the spill like? Back full of elite athletes that wanna teach and it speaks to the streets, so it feel right. Marcus Liberty, a legend on and off the coast, to give you what you need. Robert Reed is your co-host. Go. Yeah. Like and subscribe and follow like a crossover. Never know what might fall through this bitch tomorrow. So, all ball Chicago. All ball Chicago. All ball Chicago. Cause all I know is all ball Chicago. All ball Chicago. All ball Chicago. All ball Chicago. Cause all I know is all ball Chicago.
Welcome to another edition of All Ball Chicago. I'm your co-host, Robert Bobby Reed, and I got the legend, the NBA veteran, the McDonald All-American, your host, Marcus Liberty in the building. What's up, Marcus?
What's up, my beautiful people?
What's going on with it, big fella? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm just hanging in here, bro. I'm hanging in there, man. And how about you?
I'm doing good, man. I can't complain, man. If I did, ain't nobody gonna listen nowhere, right?
Oh man, that is too funny, man. What else been up, man, with you?
I'm just trying to. I got kidding. All Ball Chicago just kept playing in the background.
I know.
I like, Liv, we ready to have a party right quick.
We ready to have a party, man. We ready to have a party. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on real quick before we get our guests on, man, just to talk about when we was growing up in Chicago and HBCUs was not being mentioned a lot, you know, and
not at all.
And I just never understood why that never happened, you know, because I was a inner city kid, went to a Chicago public school, and it was really no information about, you know, historical Black colleges being mentioned. And if it was being mentioned, it wasn't into, you know, where I was at, in that space that I was at, you know. And I know if I would have knew a little bit about it, I probably would have at least took a look at it, you know, so and took a visit to see, you know, what it was all about. But I never got that opportunity, you know. And I think you ended up going to Jackson State, right?
Yeah, man. And the crazy part about it is I didn't know nothing about it either. It just so happened my neighbor across the street went there, a young lady by the name of Felicia Posey. And she used to come home from school, all her and her friends from Jackson State. They like, man, we go to Jackson State. I was like, where's that at? I was like, I'm still on the block messing around in my life trying to figure it out. And she was like, you ought to come down here and check out school, because I wasn't really doing nothing after I graduated from high school. I sat on the block, you know, bumping my head around. So I ended up going down there, man. And man, it was one of the most beautiful experiences I've ever experienced, man.
I bet. And I think, you know, what this gentleman is doing with the All-Star game is putting that notice back out there to a lot of people. And I think we should just bring him on and let him shine some light. But I want you to do your intro for him, Bob, like you always do. Right?
Man, today, man, we got a special guest on here today. He got a plethora of coaching experiences, man, through the HBCU school, particularly Tennessee State. I saw that one. And then he also started one of the most prestigious programs in the history of HBCUs. I don't know how they missed the mark, but he's been doing it for 4 years. We want to give it up to Travis L. Williams for the founder of the HBCU Classic, man, the HBCU All-Star Game Classic, man. Bring him in, Liv. Bring the man in, man.
Hey, what's up, my guys? How y'all doing?
Man, good, Travis, good.
How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing great. I'm on y'all outstanding show, so thank you, man. I really appreciate you guys taking time out your busy schedule to have us on the show talking about this historic moment.
Definitely, man. And I always, Bob is the introduction. He knows how to do that. He gets down, man. He's like Flavor Flav with this, man. And and also he's just a good brother, man. Me and him partnered up and started this All Ball Chicago, man. What, 6 years ago, Bob?
Yeah, it's been 6 years, man.
You know, so, and we still going at it. But we like to have people like yourself on this show to talk and enlighten people on certain things and certain topics. And you're doing a lot of great things. So we wanted to definitely get you on. But we always start off, I used to always start off by saying, who put the rock in your hand? So who put that rock in your hand?
Man, as you know, man, it started a long, long time ago, man. Following my cousin around. I'm from South Georgia, Tifton, Georgia, which is about 2.5 hours, 3 hours from Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm based here in Atlanta. And so just following my big cousin around from park to park, wanting to be like him. And so that's kind of what really planted the seed, my cousin. And then, of course, using basketball to stay off the streets, off the corners, and to kind of just finding a park just to kind of hone those skills. And as I became older, met my high school basketball coach, Tommy Blackshear, that truly believe me. As you guys know, relationships with your high school coaches and individuals that believe in you. So it kind of started from my high school coaches, but more importantly, started from my cousin that I follow around, who was one of the best players that coming out of South Georgia at that time.
And what was his name?
His name was Steve Farley, man. His name was Steve Farley, one of my best oldest cousin. And just to tell you his story, he had an opportunity to really go play and shine on a collegiate level, but he ended up getting a young lady pregnant during high school at that time. And so kind of put his dream on hold. And so that kind of motivated me, how he was pouring to me, said, hey, make sure you take advantage of opportunities. And like, we're really close to this day. So anytime events and things that I do, he's always there supporting it because he understands.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty awesome right there. And also we wanted to know, how did you get involved? Did someone else have this, or just something that you created for the HBCUs?
And I'm just going to say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. That's kind of how I lead into this space. This is a God-driven vision. And so as you all mentioned, I'm a former 17-year collegiate college basketball coach. Been pretty successful around. So my last year of coaching was at Georgia State University during the 2018-19 season. Ron Hunter brought me back to Georgia State. But I've been a coach at two prestigious HBCUs, Tennessee State and Fort Valley State University. But also we call it All Ball Chicago. I was assistant coach at Chicago State University back in the day. So I got a lot of love for Chicago. Yeah, I was at Chicago State during the 2003-2004 season. So Chicago's like second home. A lot of love for Chicago. And as you know, at Tennessee State, being able to recruit the state of Chicago, Chicago, Illinois, talent.
What year was you at Tennessee State?
I was there 2009 to 2014. Did you
have you didn't have a Monty Chaney, did you?
Nah, Robert Covington was there and Pat Miller was there. Two guys that are local from Chicago there, and Kellen Thornton, a few Chicago ties there. So 2009 to 2014. And so, like I said, in October 2019, God placed amazing vision in my spirit. He said, you're getting ready to do something to change the trajectory of our historical Black colleges and universities. And so we formed HBCU All-Stars, a Black-owned sports marketing events and media company here in Atlanta. And we believe in ear and or, exposure, access, recognition, opportunity, resource, and results for our proud, prestigious, and tradition-rich HBCUs, hardworking, talent, ambitious, and very deserving students and student athletes, and some of our most brilliant coaches across the country that don't get the notoriety, that don't get the shine. You guys have been in this space. The NCAA March Madness tournament has been around 40 plus years. So God placed this vision to change the trajectory of our historical Black colleges and universities during college basketball biggest weekend and Final Four. And so we were scheduled to host the first ever All-Star game in 2020 here in Atlanta. And as you and I know, the pandemic hit and shut us down. And so that kind of started the process, the blueprint, and the foundation for this work. As much as I love coaching, what you see today is my obedience to God and serving my purpose. And so I always like to give a public acknowledgement to my wife, Kaya Williams, because she supported the vision. And as you guys know in this space, you got to have the supportive wife that able to hold it down, personally, professionally, and financial, when the blueprint and foundation was laid when God placed that vision. And so I always like to acknowledge my wife, because as you know, you got to have a praying wife, praying family to help support us, and also a true ride or die coach's wife at that time. And so that's kind of how this all came into play in 2019 when God placed the vision.
2019, man, that's awesome. And a lot of people, Travis, don't have that opportunity to do what they're passionate with, right? It's a lot of people, they're not patient enough. They'll just go ahead and say, you know what, it ain't for me, instead of sticking with it and being a little bit obedient, like you said, and being patient and let this thing evolve, and I think some of our listeners out there would probably want to know a little bit more information of the dates and how can they get tickets and be a part of this, because this is something huge. And I'm just going to say it on All Ball Chicago. This is huge that you're doing this. And I think we need more people involved to get this thing to be, just like the Final Four, like you see it on the NCAA with the prestigious universities across the country. I think HBCU deserves the recognition. And I think you're on the path to making that happen. So we just going to keep pumping this thing out so we can get more and more people involved.
Thank you. And I appreciate you sharing that, Mark, because that's the important thing, the significance. Folks kind of really understand the magnitude of it. So you think about it, we did the first ever All-Star game, April 2022 in New Orleans. And you couldn't get a better audience. Think about it. You guys been around. That year had Duke, North Carolina, Villanova, and Kansas, the four blue bloods of college basketball. And our All-Stars were their Final Four weekend and representing at the highest level. And just let them know we deserve the same national prestige and exposure as those blue bloods. April 2023 in New Orleans at Texas Southern University was able to host the first ever HBCU All-Star game on an HBCU campus. The city of Houston shut down. That was our first ever sellout and a first ever All-Star game on an HBCU campus ever during the 40-year history of the NCAA March Madness tournament. April 2024 in Phoenix, where you and I know no HBCUs exist in that part of the country. And I'm taking it one step further. We just celebrated Dr. King's legacy and holiday. Do you realize the state of Arizona was the last state to recognize Dr. King's legacy and holiday? And then for us to take an HBCU All-Star game of that magnitude and to host it at Grand Canyon University Global Credit Union Arena and sell it out. Its seat capacity was 6,500. We had standing room only over 7,200. And then we had another 1,500 to 2,000 watching outside in our video board during our Fan Fest area. April 2025, San Antonio. We hosted the first ever epic doubleheader HBCU All-Star game experience featuring both men and women, because everybody said, when are you going to do something for our women? We hosted the first ever women HBCU All-Star game at Freeman Coliseum in San Antonio, the first ever doubleheader. And both of those games went down to the wire. This is not your typical All-Star game. And I tell folks all the time, our All-Stars understand the magnitude of this moment because we don't get national showcases or global platforms like this. So we're going to showcase the best talent that we have representing our best in Black college basketball. And then, of course, now, a few hours from you all there in Chicago, less than 70 days, we're hosting a 5th year anniversary All-Star game in the great city of Indianapolis. And so this is a historic moment for all of us to come together and not only make it local, regional, we want to make it national and global for what this means to our culture.
I love it.
No, I love it that you added the women too. So that's a beautiful thing that you're doing with that, to add the women too. And I just want people out there in Chicago to go out and support this. Now I know it's hard. We all know it's hard to get on one of those big networks to get this out there, live. But I'm pretty sure, Travis, you are working on that to make that happen too.
Yeah, of course. Let me just take it back. Our first 3-year partnership with CBS Sports. And so amazing 3-year historic run with CBS. 2 sellouts in 3 years there with CBS. Unbelievable viewership. They were great partners during the time there. And we made history. We were able to do it on a high level with our partnerships. Truly thankful. A shout out to CBS. And then in 2025, we were able to partner with the CW Network, NBC Universal, Peacock, and streaming platform as well. And so we've been able to touch close to 2 million homes of just tuning in, along with the numerous sellouts and numerous events and things of that nature that we've done and impact not only the basketball court, but off the court. And like you said, we're in discussion with some broadcast partners. A lot of you broadcast partners out there looking at, here's your chance to be a part of the historic and celebrating the best in Black college basketball, celebrating Black excellence, Black history, and Black cultural experience at the highest level during college basketball, biggest weekend in Indianapolis. And I'm telling you, we're going to show up and show out. We currently have 100 plus of the nation's top HBCU all-star watch list players that are representing all 4 of our premier Black college conferences for you watching this. We want to paint the picture so you know how this process works. So we help all collegiate student athletes transition from college to professional. They can't have any NCAA eligibility remaining to participate in our game. Why is this important? Marcus, let me take y'all back to the stat. You guys are in the basketball space. And y'all played at the highest high level, 450 NBA players, 30 NBA teams, 156 WNBA players. 13 WNBA teams. There's 0 representation of women in represent our HBCUs in the women's side. And up until the season started this year, we have our first ever 2022 HBCU alum on a 2-way contract with the Portland Trailblazers, Javante Cook, Winston-Salem, out of 450. So that's progress. We're going to keep fighting that. So as you know, during the March Madness tournament, you're going to see 95% of those kids participating on the basketball court, but they're not representative of our HBCUs. Let me take it one step further back for you, brothers. As you know, when those NCAA tournament selection Sunday comes out for our MEAC or our SWAC team, what normally happens? We either get a 16 seed or playing game.
That's right.
Throughout my lifetime, I'm hoping that we win a national championship or continue to advance and all that other stuff, But in likelihood, we get a 16 seed or playing game. And what happens? We go play the one team in the country.
Every time.
And then you don't hear from us anymore. No. And so that's why God plays the vision so we can continue during that March Madness. When we announce our top 24 men this year, and we're going to take a pause with women and do them in the following year, just because I don't know if y'all know the Division 1, Division 2, and the Division 3, and the NIT Championship. All those programs and championships will be in Indianapolis this year.
Wow.
So we just wanted to make sure that we didn't want any of the great basketball women to get lost in all that stuff, all the different events. And so we wanted to make sure, especially going in this 5th year, is to make sure that we have the best representation of our historical Black college and university, best representation of Black excellence at the highest level. And so excited about that. But like you said, the stats, 450 NBA players, only 1 represent our HBCU. And we're blessed for that. And so that's why the fight is important to what we're doing in this space, continue to do in this space.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful, man. Because I was going to chime in, but I wanted you to finish what you were talking about. It's hard, for I think an African-American kid to be seen because they're not seen on television. They're not being televised nationally. So, and I'm just going to say this, and I might get, in trouble or whatever, but a lot of these NBA executives, they are so afraid to go watch a kid at an HBCU, and they're lazy to me. That's laziness, right? Because it's a lot of talent, in them HBCUs, universities. I think what should happen, they should go ahead and do their homework, their research, and go out there and look at some of these young men and young women who are playing basketball. They have dreams to play professional too. They don't just want to just play and say, I'm at the University of whatnot, whatever school it may be, and say, I don't want to play no more. They want to continue their careers. So they want to get the same looks as the guys that's playing on those Final Fours, on those national television games. So we have to put a focus on that. Let people know that it's talent in those HBCUs. We had Lindsey Hunter. He was going to come on the show, and he didn't get an opportunity, but he said he's going to come back on, and he made it. But he had to go to play one of those universities where he scored how many points, Bobby?
40, 49, but Lindsey went on a tear.
But
he
but
actually went crazy during his senior year and was lighting everybody up in the country. And I'm glad you brought up Lindsey because he said he would like to talk to you too about that, the HBCU All-Star game and being there to help represent it, man, because like you say, Liv, I went to Jackson State and HBCU's got some of the best athletes that you can find, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these guys are physical specimens in the South, man. Like, nothing against the North. It's just a different monster down there, man. So, and I think that they lack the coverage because it's deep in the South sometime, and it's not like New York or Chicago or Boston or something like that. But let's face it, man, there's some athletes that come out of that South, man.
Yep, talent. And that's the key point. And just honest and all transparent. That's why God placed the vision so we can continue to talk and have these conversations in these discussions. And so it's important. As you mentioned, Lindsey Hunter, you know, Lindsey. So if you watch, we'll make sure we send you our watch list, you know. So like I said, we got over 100. So just put it in perspective. And we show homage. We pay homage to our former HBCU and NBA legends. So our watch list player team's name, is Avery Johnson. Avery Johnson, point guards. Lindsey Hunter, shooting guards. Flip Murray, small forwards. Kyle O'Quinn, power forwards. You know, largest centers. So this year, so out of 110, each one of those positions are named after those individuals. In the past, our team names have been Team John McClendon versus Team Clarence Big House Gaines. Team Dick Barnett versus Team Willis Reed. Team Al Addos versus Team Bob Love. Team Rick Mahorn versus Team Ben Wallace. And so in a few weeks, we're going to make a big announcement for the 5th year anniversary HBCU All-Star team this year. So it's a way for us to keep our HBCU legends named nationally buzzing. And so that's our payback and support for our HBCU legends. And so they're appreciative of what we're able to do. If we don't tell the story, nobody else will tell the story.
Right. That's right.
So that's why it is important for platforms like this to share that information. So when we got the call said, can we join? I know about you guys, you know what I'm saying, Marcus, and we know some of the same folks in that Chicago space. So you guys keep the work that you're doing, it helps us amplify. And I'm gonna be very honest with you all. This is the time now that we really got to amplify what we do in this space. As we see the landscape, what's going around administration and things of that nature there, this is an all hands approach for everyone to support. As you mentioned, if you can't come to the game there on Easter weekend, there are numerous ways you can support. Let's talk about some of the ancillary experiences that are surrounding. We just don't go to those markets and take. We host a college admissions and scholarship fair. Do you realize this year we'll touch close to 10,000 high school students in those hosting cities and expose them to our HBCUs? Because we do a college admissions fair. We invite all 100 plus of our HBCUs to participate. We average between 30 to 50 every year. So we're touching people and exposing them to our HBCUs. In all those hosting cities, we leave legacy courts. So you go to New Orleans, Houston, Phoenix, San Antonio, there's a legacy HBCU All-Star court there as a safe space for some young folks. That's important. Social justice and civil rights. It's a big part of these All-Stars being able to use their voices, use their platform, especially now that means something to us. So we've had the Ben Crumps, the Jesse Jacksons, all of our social justice organizations are part of this movement because we understand that we're not normally in these spaces. And so when we get in these spaces, we need to make sure we're amplifying everything that we're doing. As you guys know, as y'all talked about, we cannot get these NBA, majority of them. I'm not going to say all of them, but we can't get the majority of the NBA scouts or teams to our HBCU campuses. But you and I know they're going to be there in less than 70 days in Indianapolis at the Final Four because of all these teams. So we made it easy for them. We host an NBA Pro Day Combine where we invite them. We took it once.
Nice.
Yeah. So we took it one step further. Y'all heard of BAM Testing Company, the company that does all the agility testing on court. We hired that same company because we don't want our HBCU All-Stars to feel
change.
And so we have that company come in and do our Pro Day Combine on that Friday, April the 3rd, and we invite all NBA teams. So shout out to the NBA. We had 25 of the 30 NBA teams in San Antonio. Our ultimate goal this year is to have all 30 represented in attendance for our NBA Pro Day Combine on that Friday prior to our All-Star game on that Sunday. And so
that's dope. So you do the whole weekend. You do the combine and then the All-Star game.
Yeah, so we do it the whole weekend. We bring it. It's just not. It's bigger than basketball. We understand that basketball and sports that bring everybody together. I must say this one. It's inclusive of everyone. If you're a basketball fan, you understand it's inclusive of everyone. So we bring them in there Thursday, April 2nd, and they'll stay all the way to Monday, March 6th. They'll stay there Monday, April 6th to after our game. So like I said, we'll have a Pro Day Combine. We'll have an award ceremony where we recognize these top 24 players because we understand this is a prestigious opportunity, and they are carrying to mantle for our HBCUs, for the best in Black college basketball. Representative of our 4 premier Black college conferences, the MEAC, the SWAC, CIAA, SIAC, and our independent teams, Tennessee State, Hampton, North Carolina A&T, because they play in non-HBCU conferences. We'll host a Pro Day Combine. We'll host a college admissions fair. We'll host a social justice panel discussion and things of that nature. We've adopted 10 high schools there in Indianapolis that we're going to provide cap and gowns to for those individuals that can't afford their cap and gowns. My brothers, I couldn't afford a cap and gown. My mother passed away at the age of 30, and I was only 12 years old. She passed away of lupus. I was juggled from family to family. So I know the challenges of growing up in South Georgia asking for help. So I couldn't afford a cap and gown. So I know the importance. And so we want to make sure our kids have the support that they need there in the community. We have an internship program. So this year, we hopefully accomplish this record and touch over 1,000 interns that have been a part of our program. If they want to network and be in this professional space, if they want to learn journalism or be on social media or things of that nature, sport, business, basketball operation, game management, it's important for us to bring our young folks in this space and teach them. We currently have 35 exclusive interns as a part of HBCU All-Stars now leading into the game. So that's important for us to touch our young folks. It's really, really important. And so we make this is about the community. We hosting a Friday fun day there at Sankofa Elementary School, where we hosted our mayor's press conference there in December. And then we'll host another press conference in May with the mayor there. And so it's called our Friday Fun Day. We want to invite the community out. We want to pour into our kids when they get out of school. We want to make them feel appreciated and belong, because it's about community. It's about love. It's about appreciation. And then, as you and I know, guys, it's some Final Four, March Madness. Some of our Black and brown businesses don't have the bandwidth to go in and pay those marketing dollars as a lot of those Fortune 500 companies. But we created a Black Business Expo for those individuals to help bring them in our space where we support each other. And the only thing they have to do is make a donation, which supports our scholarship, HBCU All-Star Scholarship Foundation, which we in turn provide scholarships for high school students interested in attending HBCUs and current HBCU students in need of financial assistance. This is truly God-driven. And that's what you see. This is being our purpose, service, and celebrating us in a space that is long overdue and much needed.
Man, you got it worked out.
Travis, Travis, you doing it, bro.
Hey, I think your first All-Star was from Chicago, little Fred Cleveland.
Oh, you said, Fred. Fred was, yeah, exactly. So Fred was a baller. Yep.
I think he was the first MVP. He was the first MVP.
Max Cleveland, Max, see all of them. Yeah, Fred was a baller. North Carolina, that's what I'm saying. It's players, you know what I'm saying? We have talent. We just got to keep amplifying it. And so we need the support, like with our broadcast partner. There should not be an empty seat at Corteva Coliseum located at Indiana State Fairground on that Sunday, April 6th. on Sunday, April 5th.
Wow.
We need all hands on deck. We need to support business. We need to make sure this message that this platform is amplified nationally and globally around the world in this space. And so, but yeah, we're here for our HBCUs. We're here for each other.
You want to answer that question right there, though? You see that question, Liv?
Okay.
Travis Williams, I always wonder why 3 or 4 Black 5-star players don't all say, let's go to HBCU schools. That would be great.
Yeah, I would love it. And that's and so that's why this is a God-driven. So we can keep amplifying so they can see how talented and how successful we are. We have some of the best HBCUs, some of the highest academic institutions in the country, doctors, lawyers. If you look at the landscape, we've graduated some of the most esteemed leaders in this country. You know, some of the best coaches, some of the best athletes, some of the best programs. We have some of the best coaches that's coaching high major. And so our coaches going to continue to recruit these young men, young women to our great institutions and things of the nature. But it takes platforms like this to really magnify, to let folks know that we're just this talent. And some of our teams are knocking off some of these teams throughout the 25-26 basketball season. So I just encourage our coaches to keep recruiting them, our presidents, our commissioners, keep moving HBCUs forward. There's a time coming. The time is coming. I can assure you that.
Travis, I wanted to ask one more question, and I know we probably got to go. What about the band? Is the band going to be in the building?
Man, yeah, y'all asked some great questions. Let me put in perspective. The entire HBCU All-Star Game experience. Let me paint this picture for you on Sunday, April the 5th. It's Easter Sunday. That's why it's God-driven, how life comes full circle. Remember, this is a full circle moment. And to host this event on Easter Sunday. So when the families gets up, and you know how big we are in church, we're going to do our church thing. We're going to go to church. We're going to eat with our family. After that, they're going to come to Corteva Coliseum. We're going to open the doors, open it up, Indiana State Fairground from 12 until after. Ooh. We have a pregame fan fest, the band, the cheerleader, dance team, Divine Nine. We're going to have our black and brown businesses set up on the outside, creating a big fan fest. We're going to have our DJs, our music, food.
Man, I'm coming to this. I can't wait.
We're going to have all that. And then all that stuff is going to be leading into the game. So the game's going to start at 2 o'clock. So from that 2 to 4 o'clock, it's going to be the hottest ticket in town in Indianapolis. So for those individuals and those Chicago that want to drive over a few hours, you need to be in this building. Because I'm telling you, if you're not able to be in the building, make sure you're going to watch it on television, because we will have a broadcast partner showcasing this, broadcast or streaming partner showcasing this game on national TV. But you want to be in the building. You want to be on that Indiana State Fairground. Just as I mentioned to you, we want all eyes and all roads leading there. So on that Sunday, when we start that game, the band, the cheer, Divine Nine, Greek organization, we got DJ Mosky, the hottest DJ in the business, that's going to come rock the building. I'm telling you, it is nonstop.
You're going to have step shows. You're going to have people doing their step shows. You're going to have to practice out their sororities.
Yeah, Divine, I'm going to go ahead and shout out to Nuke. So I'm going to go ahead, since you brought it up, brother, I'm going to go ahead and shout out to Nuke.
Hey,
So
my boy Devin say you his man. So
yeah, hey, he called
Devin
me about you guys. Yeah, so D Cobb, yo, I told him to get a shout out. And so we have our Greek, the Divine Nine Unity step. So we do our stroll off. All that is a part of excitement. And so we represent all HBCUs in this space. So it's going to bring out all HBCU alums, supporters. Like folks that are in town visiting the Final Four with that off day Sunday, they can come over. Final Four is a coaching convention, so all our coaching colleagues will be there, presidents, ADs. This is going to be the hottest ticket in town. And so for folks that need to they need to go to HBCUallstargame.com, get their tickets. They need to follow us on all social media platforms. I am telling you now, do not be on the outside looking in on this. This is a historic event for the culture. I'm telling you.
April 2, the weather's going to be pleasant. Hey.
It's going to be amazing.
I want to go with the bands.
And I want to say this point. So as I was walking you through, we host a pastor's prayer circle on that Saturday morning. So why is a pastor prayer circle important to us? Because it started off as God-driven vision. We want to make sure that our all-stars, our coaching staff, our support staff, our interns, and our volunteers are covered. Covered. Because we realize one day on that Saturday practice is the most important practice before our game. We understand the legacy. We understand the tradition. We understand what HBCU sports mean in this community and our culture. And it's important for us to cover, all of us in this space, cover what Black excellence look like at the highest level. So we bring in some esteemed pastors and let us cover, because those top 24 young men will represent the culture. Those coaches will represent the culture at the highest level. And we send a loud and clear message that we're just as talented as anyone out there any given day. And so we want to make sure we're covered, and we want to make sure that this is important to our culture. So that's that pastor's prayer circle, because I know we kind of skipped through that. But that's a big important part of what we do. But we also want those young men to enjoy the Final Four, because we'll let them go there and enjoy the Final Four, the Fan Fest, and things of that nature. Why? Because they might ever get another opportunity to enjoy the Final Four fan experience. So we want them to come there, have fun, and enjoy it, because we want it to be something they'll tell their children and a legacy passed down, and they'll be able to give back and serve our younger generation of HBCU students and students that's coming through and watching them.
Wow. Man, Travis, you definitely got a vision, man, and I see it coming, true. And you also look like you got a little bit of that pastor in you too, man.
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. I think y'all are re-emphasizing that, man. I mean, I'm a man of faith, family, and I live a life of service. And so, I wouldn't be here without our amazing staff. We have amazing HBCU all-star staff. And I'm telling you, there are some movers and shakers that really believe in the vision. They believe in what we're doing, believe in this cause for our culture. And so I want to make sure our staff get the recognition they know, because I'm being obedient, but we have amazing vision, have one of the best PR herd strategies there in Indianapolis that leading all our efforts there in Indy. We have an amazing grassroots person that's hit the ground, Jolie Dalton. And we have big time local organizer committees, because every market presents their own unique challenges and things of that nature there. We're proud to say that we have a big time outstanding local organizing committee there that's 110% bought into what we do, because they understand the magnitude of this moment, Final Four weekend. Remember, we're the last thing standing to represent our HBCUs during college basketball biggest weekend. And so we're gonna do it at the highest level possible for us to celebrate us. And we need support. We need to make sure those individuals that are watching this, not just liking on our social media.
That's right.
We need you to follow at HBCU All-Star Game, at HBCU All-Stars LLC, and at CEO HBCU All-Stars. We need to make this podcast that you all did today, it's the hottest trending podcast, not only in Chicago. We know how big Chicago is, but let's make this thing trend nationally and globally around the world, because the HBCU All-Stars brand is around the world. We had an opportunity to take 10 of our 72 All-Stars a few years ago during the Olympic year to Paris and participate in, and y'all probably familiar, the K54, the world's largest street ball tournament championship. Wow. That's important for what we do. We need all the support we can get. So thank you.
One more time, shout out that date, man, so we can make sure they know the date. One more time.
The 5th year anniversary HBCU All-Star Game will be held at Corteva Coliseum, located at Indiana State Fairground on Sunday, April 5th. This will be the hottest ticket in town. Make sure you go to hbcuallstargame.com for more information. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms, HBCU All-Star Game, HBCU All-Stars LLC, and you can follow me, CEO HBCU All-Stars. You do not want to be on the outside looking in. If you're interested in being a vendor, a part of our Black Business Expo, you can email me, Travis, TravisLW at HBCUAllstarsLLC.com. If you're interested in our internship program, you can email that email as well, or you can go to our website and sign up to participate in our internship, volunteer opportunities, but also support our HBCU All-Star Scholarship Foundation, which supports some very deserving young men and young women to attend our HBCUs, and some young men and young women that are needing financial assistance at some of our most prestigious HBCUs across the country. So I would like to thank you guys for providing this platform, the great work that you're doing in this space, my brothers. And I'm just a phone call away, and definitely appreciate your continued support.
Hey, you got to get that question up under that. They've been asking that question. They said, Travis, talk about your playing career at Georgia State from 196.
I love, and I like that was your solid play. I think, for me, I think I overachieved. I always look at it kind of, I overachieved in college. I wasn't the biggest. When I came out of high school, Tift County High School, I was 6'1", 170. When I graduated Georgia State, I ended up graduating 6'3", 195. I was more of the glue guy, the defensive guy, find a way or make a way to get on the court. And so I continued just to work hard. I always guarded the team's best player. And that was kind of my mantra to get on the court. I'm going to guard the team's best player. I'm going to get in there and get my nose dirty. I'm a rebound. So I averaged between 12 points my junior and senior year. What I'm most proud of, I was voted team captain my junior and senior year. But probably the best recognition was I was voted academic 3 of my last 4 years. Why did I say that? I'm the first in my family to ever attend college and graduate college. And so, yeah, you see what I'm saying? And so I think I had a decent career. I was one of them at that time, 25 players to score over 1,000 points and had some career. But I'm most proud of getting that degree and dedicating it to my deceased mom, that undergraduate and my master's degree, considering I'm the first player to ever attend college and graduate college. And then it kind of trickled down to some of my family members. So that's what I'm most proud of. So.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful, man. Yeah, so Bob, we couldn't get to a lot of those questions because this show was about him getting the information out, to our listeners. So some of our fans that follow us, and sorry we couldn't get to all the questions because we really wanted him to talk and share this information out there to you guys. So you guys, if you want to really talk to him, come to the event. Show up at the event. If you really want to talk to him, I'm pretty sure you have a little time for you to say hello to you, shake a hand and smile. Just go to the event.
Please, we need you at the event. If you can't make the event, tune in, follow us on those platforms. We'll be providing up-to-date information and everything like that. And like I say, you have all our social where you can reach out. We have an amazing team that will get back with you. We need your support. We need you to share the information and be a part of what this is about. And I'll leave you everyone with this thought. What's the use of having this national global platform if we don't support each other? I've been in those conversations. I've been at the tables with other colleagues saying, hey, coach, you have this amazing platform. Why aren't your folks really supporting on the level they need to be? So this is our call to action to everyone that's out here watching this. We need to support us. There's a lot going on around the country in this landscape where they're trying to erase what it means to represent our HBCU, what it represents our uniqueness of being Black and represent. So this is the time and now. And so Final Four weekend, 5th year anniversary HBCU All-Star game, we're going to continue to put our best foot down to show the world that we belong in this space and we need your help.
Wow. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. All right, my brother, man, we appreciate you coming on and sharing all this great information. And man, much success, now and forever. As long as you continue to do this, man, I know you got the man upstairs watching over you and making sure this thing happens for you.
Thank you, brothers. And I'm going to make sure whatever information y'all need on our end, don't hesitate. I want to make sure y'all get my numbers too. So we'll get each other numbers and we can connect.
And I'll be there. I'm coming. So I got to experience this, man.
Yes.
I'm ready to go right now and just post up to the sky.
I'm going to do your live broadcast. Come do your podcast from there. Live podcast from there.
I'll definitely go come there. Live. No, everywhere I go, I do the podcast.
There you go. You got your invitation.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Come. You got your and not only that, remember we got the ancillary events and things of that nature. That'll be a good one too. So it's love to have your support. Like I say, you're close. Let's do what we do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
we're right up
doubt.
the street, man. That's 3 hours
No
away
doubt.
from here.
Yep.
Yeah, we got
I like
definitely-
Indianapolis too. It's very, very tourist friendly.
Hey,
My family down there too, so they'll be glad to see me. So yeah, man, we're gonna
Really?
make this one happen.
that's what I'm saying. Let's go ahead and share it. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's
we
go.
gonna
And
put
I'm
this
gonna make
out.
sure I
We
turn
got-
this into a gang of reels on TikTok. It'll be all over, so it's gonna go crazy.
Sounds
Yeah.
great, man. Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right, and then we have to say thanks to Denise too, man. She did a wonderful job, man, with sharing all your information to us and everything. So shout out to her too.
Yes.
My
All
man
right, my
Peter
brother.
Lee, the popcorn world man down there with the popcorn.
Oh, Peter, the big time. Y'all had it? Have y'all tried it? He has the best 250 flavors. I just left there last week.
Really?
Yep.
250 flavors, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Wow.
amazing. And before I leave, let me give a shout out
Okay.
to our national scouting staff. Let me make sure. Let me throw some of these names to y'all so how y'all understand.
Okay.
We have a national scouting staff that consists of some of our former head coaches, associate head coach, Coach Cy Alexander, one of the most legendary coaches. I mean, we have a national scouting staff with over close to 150 years experience plus. And so these national scouting staffs have been watching these players since November. They've been watching from November all the way through March when we announced these teams. So I want to make sure folks understand that our national scouting staff is recognized nationally, and they're attending these games in person. They're watching live on television. We have access. We're all coaches, Synergy, and all this access to these players.
Wow.
So these 100 plus players are getting scouted, recruited, evaluated, because why? We're going to make sure we've had the best of the best, and it's been a pretty successful track record what we've been able to do for the past few years. And so we're excited to recognize our national scouts, Cy Alexander, Ray Martin, Stacey Beckman, Chris Cornelius, and also Flip Murray is one of our national scouts, and a team watch list is named after him as well. And so Bo Bivens. So we have our scouts, and that's the beautiful thing about this is that we pay homage to these all-stars, and they want to be involved.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be involved, and we want them involved because it helps everything that we're doing in this space.
Man, you guys covered everything. You guys covered pretty much everything.
We got it covered, but it's a fight. A lot of folks kind of don't understand, because they're still behind the scenes action and things that we need, but we need the support. We need to make sure that folks are going to the purchasing tickets, or they want to support our All-Stars Foundation. They want to support our businesses and things of that nature there, because an event of this magnitude, as you know, is very expensive. And we want to make sure our kids have continue to have a first-class experience, just like those 4 participating Final Four teams, just like that NCAA Division I, Division II, and Division III national champions that'll be going on. We want our kids to not feel any less and provide them an amazing first-class experience that we've been able to do for the past 4 years, especially for this historic 5th year anniversary.
Come on, ESPN. Come on, BET. Come on.
Keep
guys. Come on.
Love it.
Come on.
All
We're playing around. We're playing around.
If we get it trending, and that's why I say it's going to take all of get it trending and let them know it deserves the national global platform.
That's right.
That would be dope on ABC too.
All right, Bob, give him his outro.
Man, we want to thank the legend for coming on today, my man Travis L. Williams, man. Very well spoken, spoke so eloquently, man. I'm ready to go right now, man. Thank you for coming on, the founder of the HBCU All-Star Game. May God continue to bless you in your dream, man, and what you got going on, man. Thank you for coming on All Ball Chicago, man.
I appreciate you, brother. You stay blessed, man, and keep up the great work, man. I'm proud of the great work you guys are doing, man, and much love and respect. So I know the work that you guys are doing too. So it's a two-way street, my brothers. Thank you for allowing me to be on your amazing platform, brothers.
Man, appreciate you. Love you, my brother.
Likewise.
Yeah.
All right. Peace, boss.
Yeah, man. Good one, Bob. That was a good one, Bob. You pulled that one out, man.
How did I pull it out?
You pulled it out, Bob.
You was here too.
you an awesome guy, man. Like you was like, man, Lib. No, you remember you hit me up.
Oh,
somebody told you about it.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you did pull it out. You pulled it out your hat, man. You did a great job, man, because a lot of information too, man. It's a lot of things that people need to understand when you have somebody like Travis that's doing this to help, young men get an opportunity to get that bright light shined on them, man. And I love it, man. I love everything what he was talking about, how he's doing it. He got a team, everybody. You got to have a great team behind you, because if you don't, certain things don't work. It don't work. What you got? Somebody wants some questions? What we got?
Somebody just called me out on, hey, Rob Reed, this is no shade, but I follow your platform. You love the MJ LeBron debates and drama, don't you? I remember you said we need to stop, but you always posting that. Debate is tied to me. And you know what I do? I do it to rile some people up, Squeezy.
Yeah.
It's a couple of people that I know that I rile up every time I put anything up about MJ and LeBron. So
yeah, you always doing something, man, to try to stir up the pot,
Rage
man.
bait. Rage bait, Liv. It's called rage bait.
Yeah. And that's what we living in too, man. A debate society, man. They want to debate everything, man.
I mean, people debate everything, man.
Yeah. But no, man, that was a great show, man. Definitely, we're gonna share this, man, so people can understand. We need to put this out all the way up into the event, man. Keep sharing it, keep posting it, and because I think it's a need, man. Because this is something that I really want to say be a part of, in promoting this, because I didn't get that opportunity, and I wish I would have had an opportunity to look at one of these prestigious Black colleges, and I never got that opportunity, man. So
yeah, man.
Shout out to the people that did, though.
It wasn't in our eyes, and I wouldn't have known, like I said, if it wasn't for my neighbor. And then not only did she go, my other sister, they were like my sister, stayed across the street from me. My other sister went to Alabama State. So one went to, and then across the street from them, they went to FAMU. So it was like they went to FAMU, Jackson State, Alabama State, and I'm on the block. I said, man, I got to get my ass out of here and do something with my life.
All right, man. We need to get up out of here, man. But I'm gonna definitely play the outro, so the intro and outro. So, man, what you gonna do today?
Man, you know what? I gotta go do my real job, man. I got some real estate stuff to do today, man. So I'm finna get up out of here, man. And another great show, Marcus, man. And Denise Hurd, thank you for turning us on to Travis L. Williams. She in the back scene, man. Let's add her to the stage, man. Let people know. She put us
so wrong. I just
wanted to give you a shout out, man.
You didn't have to. Thank you all so much. It was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
Did your thing, and definitely we'll be in touch, because there's some other things that we would like to accomplish too on our end. So
absolutely, you guys are great. This has been fun. It's been fun, and Marcus, you should come up. I know it'll be cold when you come and you're enjoying the warm weather. But come up to the game, and Bobby, when you come over to Indy, we will give you some Hoosier hospitality like you've never seen before. So
I'm coming for that. I'm putting that mark on my calendar. I got to come down for that.
Well, you better show up, man. If you don't show up, man, and I'm going to definitely try. I'm gonna definitely try.
You should try. Let me know, and we'll see what we can do to take care of you. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Appreciate that. All right.
All right. Well, Marcus Liberty, man, it was good chopping it up with you, man. I'm your co-host, Robert Bobby Reed. I'm up out of here, Marcus. What you got, man?
Chicago. Shut down. Chicago.